form of coronation refers to wreaths. It used to be a reward. Symbolises power and wealth. But the ephemeral flower crown, handmade from tissue paper flowers, expands these meanings. It is a story about female power, about the community of hands that make paper, poppies, roses, or basically every flower you can dream of out of paper. Taking care of the details, the tissue paper makers look at braids and stems of selected plants, weaving memories and songs into the wreath. A crowned woman gently places a wreath on her head, becoming the queen of many secrets. Its own power is combined with the stories that the tissue paper flakes have soaked in. Her weaknesses are reflected in these delicate paper flowers, and are no longer weaknesses. Fear for yourself and others, anger and tears, resignation, uncertainty and fighting for life, day after day, catching your breath despite everything. These are the true qualities of a queen. Her palace does not look like the ones from Disney fairy tales. Her palace is her body. Ordinary, extraordinary, changeable, surprising, painful, loving, craving a moment, wanting to be. The coronation is to remind us of the strength that lies in our bodies and in everything that flows from us. Over time, the tissue paper flakes may fade, but this does not take away from the power of the crown. It only changes its colour and opens another chapter in the Queen's history. A strong woman is one who loves strongly and cries strongly and is strongly scared and has strong needs. I became fascinated with great paper flowers about 8 years ago. Their beauty, but also their transience. Life is fragile. It's worth enjoying every minute. It's worth living as colourfully as these flowers. Women should support each other. They should help each other. That's what's beautiful about this coronation, that I met so many wonderful women, so many wonderful stories. I think about it less and less every year. So of course I asked the question, is it possible that there is a mistake? And he says, no, there is no mistake. We'll just see what we can cut out, but you will live. I didn't have such a moment of rebellion or bargaining at all. God, what did you do to me? Simply, I worked for it. At first I asked if it was cancer. He said he couldn't diagnose it now, but please, as quickly as possible, go straight to oncology. My family, friends and children gave me a lot of strength. I just had a feeling that this would happen. You mean that you'll get cancer, yes? That I will have a cancer? I don't know. I was just a strong feeling, so it wasn't a big surprise to me. I think that I got the one that comes back. But you're not afraid? No, I even lost my fingernail. Everything fell out of my body. Lord, thank you that it happened now and not earlier. I was tested around March and there was nothing, and in November I went for another examination and it turned out the cancer was 3 centimetres long. It happened very quickly, very quickly. I took off my wig and he noticed my short hair and he said, "Grandma, you have hair just like me." I feel most sorry for the little one. I would like to live as long as possible, and I'm still fighting. I want to go to hospice. I asked them for some strong sleeping pills. I would fall asleep. I ask you such thought. This is how I was treated, like a crazy person. Exactly. I'm talking to you now. You survived, but you wanted to not survive. And waiting for the results, all of it, that was the most devastating thing. Somehow I survived it. Radiotherapy was the worst. I was terribly burned. This disease was only at a certain stage, and they have to treat it in a certain way. And that's the most important thing in this disease. Sometimes they have to be a bit selfish and think only about themselves. The biggest crisis came in March. Then I really thought I was going to die. I couldn't get out of bed. So it was very bad, very bad. The disease progressed so quickly in March that it really seemed like I wouldn't make it. I came home and I saw myself in the bathroom mirror, and this hole was a terrible sight. I really don't wish it on anyone. There is such a loss of femininity, as if someone cut off your hand. I didn't feel like a woman at all. I prefer not to have thoughts about the disease. I prefer to have health-related thoughts. I didn't feel like a woman. So you don't think about it at all? No, rather not. No, rather not. And just coming back to it seems a bit abstract to me. The idea of the coronation was born almost a year ago when I met Kasia. She told me about her illness, constantly smiling, fighting in a beautiful, colourful turban. Because she was undergoing chemotherapy, she said that many things kept her alive, but also hope that she would wear my flower crown and all the royal accessories so characteristic of Polish culture. So coronation is a new and I think most beautiful expression of the culture, because women with cancer will also act as models who are undergoing therapy, but also those who have won and defeated the disease. They are all queens. They fight not only against cancer, but also with everyday life. Some with fear for their children, families, with fear for their body, for their life. Coronation is a project during which beautiful portraits of them will be created. But you were sure that you would recover? Of course. No way. I have to live, because I have so much work to do. You are wonderful. Completely different work than before. I don't think he's willing to come back to me. I'm glad, despite everything, that such an experience happened to me, even though it was hard at times. I wanted to tell all women, young and old, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of mastectomy. Don't be afraid of radiotherapy, chemotherapy. Everything is really survivable. Keep your head up. We'll be fine. It must be fine. My parents, above all, and children, friends. I have a very good team of proven friends. I think they've been with me for 100 years. And as usual, I was not disappointed with them. This is priceless. Oncological disease is difficult, but we should talk about it loudly. We need to talk about prevention. Today I am participating in a fantastic project for women, about women. Girls, don't be afraid. Get examined and keep the focus on prevention. In the photos taken under a microscope, you can see that the topography of the tears, laughter and grief have chemically different compositions from these tears, which are produced during cutting an onion. A basic tear moisturizes, reflexively protects the eye, for example against a grain of sand. Emotional ones are responsible for joy and sadness, for all the feelings. Our bodies create all these types of tears to protect us. We associate them with weakness. In fact, they are a source of strength. Perhaps female power is full of contradictions like our bodies, which are constantly producing something, in which something dies cyclically. Try to imagine the delicate petals of a rose. smell, the taste. Try to imagine that you are struggling through rose bushes. Blood is flowing, but a warm and soft scent floats around you, like grandma's croissants with jam. It hurts less and less. In a fragile female body exists such a force, just like that, like an oxymoron, like a warm ice cream, like laughter through tears.